What's up everyone? How are you all doing today? In this video, I am going to show you all the first time that I made World Series rank in MLB The Show since 2017. Now this is MLB The Show 20 of course, but there's a reason why I haven't made World Series since 2017. So in 2017, I was still back at my parents' place and I was playing on a small television that was pretty close to me and had a decent refresh rate. So in 2017, I was able to pick up the ball well and hit pretty good. However, in MLB The Show 18 and 19, I was playing on a 50-inch television and the refresh rate was not good. I could not hit a 95-mile-per-hour fastball if it was slowed down into 14 megapixels per second coming right at my face. I was helpless, I could not do a thing, so I was terrible. I was actually really bad at MLB The Show 18 and MLB The Show 19. However, when MLB The Show 20 came out, and since we're in quarantine, I wanted to get good at the game again. I wanted to play it, grind it, have fun with it, and I found out a tip that if I played on a computer monitor with a really good refresh rate, I would see better success. So that is what I did. I have my two monitors set up that I use for regular computer gaming and streaming, and I decided to hook up my PlayStation to my setup, which allowed me to have a better refresh rate, and you guessed it, I became a better MLB The Show player. So that's a little tip for all of you. If you're struggling in MLB The Show, try to play it on a monitor with a good refresh rate. It will help a lot. Those 95 plus mile per hour fastballs will come in nicely. You'll be able to see them and hit them with no problem. So, with that being said, let's get into the clip of me making World Series for the very first time. I just wanted to narrate it because I was focusing so hard that I just recorded it and I didn't have any commentary on top of it. So I thought I would record it, share it with you all, and do a little bit of a color commentary over the top of it. So, let's get right into it. As you see, my ranked seasons rating was 885, and let me pause right here. As you can see, my record at the time is 47 and 31. Now, the reason why that's so bad is because when I got this game, I was still using my TV setup, and I went 22 and 21 in the first month of the game being out. I went right into ranked seasons with an all-gold team, and I think I had two diamonds, the 86 Sheffield that you get from pre-ordering the game, and Jose Altuve, who I actually packed. So great, yay, bang bang, we really wanted Jose Altuve on the squad. But we worked with what we had, and we went 22 and 21. I'm not making excuses. I was really bad then. I couldn't hit anything on my TV. But since I switched to the computer monitor, we are record 47 and 31. So we went 25 and 10. That is great. I'll take that all day long. And we managed to get to an 885 rating. Remember, just a quick disclaimer, this video clip is from the previous ranked seasons, not the current one. So if you're watching it right now, it's not the same as this season. This season we have George Foster and Dustin Pedroia as the World Series rewards. I have not made World Series in this season yet. I am working on it. But this last season with Dustin May and Ken Griffey Jr. as the rewards, this is where I went for World Series. So it was last season, which basically had some fielding issues still. The feedback for hitting was a little different still. So everything was a little bit different than right at this moment, but I just wanted to let you all know that. So let's get back into that. 253 average, 288 OBP, ERA 403, nothing great by any stretch of the imagination. But like I said, not making excuses. I sucked. I'm owning up to it. But now with this new setup, I'm a lot better, especially after grinding the game for so long. I'm very happy with the player that I am at this moment. But as you see, we searched for an opponent, but I didn't want the rating to go too crazy. I didn't want to verse someone who was 1,050 rating, so I kind of wanted to make sure I got a match pretty quickly. I didn't want to verse someone 10 times better than me in my World Series game. So as you see, I back out a second time, and we go into our third looking. And we actually choose Franco Park as our home park, which doesn't matter. We actually are the away team in this game. But I really enjoyed Franco Park. I like the batter's eye. I like everything about it. I was hitting very well there, pitching very well there. So that is my home stadium that I choose to use. But as you see, minimum 814, maximum 955, opponent found. We are going to play for our World Series game right now. I was very nervous. I was playing very well that day. And I just said, you know what, just keep it going. We couldn't use Kluber, so we had to use Hal Newhouser. We lock in the lineup, and we're ready to go. So my team is the Long Island Legends. We are the away team, of course. Hal on the mound. We have Prestige Mickey, Prestige Chipper. Stay tuned for a video about that. I got them in the same game. Got my creative player. And then I am versing the Corona Los Tigers, Gonell 24. He's got Clark Schmidt on the bump. And when I looked at his team, Tatis, Soto, Sheffield, Trout, Posey, Keyboom, Sanchez, Correa, I wasn't really that nervous. I faced a lot stronger teams earlier on, and as you see, we are at Ship It Stadium, and his record is 199 and 164, and once again, record means nothing. Don't take record into consideration. He could have played 199 games on his TV and then switched to a computer monitor and went 199 and 0. Who knows? You know what I mean? So don't judge people just by their record. But my approach here, my first at bat with Craig Biggio leading off, my whole thing was I wanted to take at least one strike before I swung the bat. And it worked out very well. That approach was very smart. I advise all of you to do the same. So Biggio now in a 1-2 count, no outs, top of the first. And he hits one that I thought was going to be an out. And it actually goes over the right fielder's head. And it's a double, a leadoff double for Craig Biggio. With his 90 speed, no problem getting to second. And we start off strong right out of the gate. Now our creative player steps up, Pablo Sanchez. If you don't know Pablo Sanchez,
Hola, soy Pablo y me gusta mucho el béisbol.
Get educated, my friends. 2001 backyard baseball, one of the best games of all time. My hero, Pablo Sanchez. I had to recreate him in MLB The Show 20. He's my creative player. He plays shortstop. I love him, man. I try to create him as good as I could, translated from the game as a kid to if he grew up. But as you see, we're on a 2-2 count, and we actually swing through a 97-mile-per-hour fastball. Our PCI wasn't in the right spot. We swung too late, and it just didn't work out. But now Prestige Mickey Mantle steps up, one out in the top of the first. Craig Biggio on second. And we are waiting for a strike before we swing, but we swing on a sinker. We're a little bit on top of it, and we were a little early, but we managed to sneak it through the hole, and Craig Biggio comes around to score. He rounds third, goes home, touches home. We are up 1-0 in our World Series game. I was ecstatic about that. I was very, very hyped because I wanted to get off to a hot start right out of the gate. Right out of the gate, I know Ship It is going to be a bloodbath. I did not want anything to do with a 10-9 game, so I wanted to get on the board quick, and that is what I did. So now Gary Sheffield steps up. Mantle with 95 speed. Prestige Mantle is insane. Best card in the game by far. He's on first base, and I believe the next pitch after that check swing, thank you, Ump, for not ringing me up. I appreciate it. I owe you a beer. But with that check swing, we are in a 2-2 count, and I believe I steal second with Mickey Mantle after this pitch. I was nervous about that one right there because I thought he was going to catch it. I thought it was going to go a little bit shorter, but thankfully it got out of range, and Mickey Mantle takes off for second. We test Posey's arm, and we are in there safely. Prestige Mickey Mantle with a stolen base, and in a 3-2 count, Gary Sheffield steps up and says, Mickey, that stolen base was useless, my friend. He hits a no-doubt home run to left center, hits the MLB The Show 20 sign, and Gary Sheffield trips around the bases. Awesome. We are up 3-0, and remember, this was back when there was still the glitch in the bottom right, where if you hit a home run, it would pop up and say home run, and it would stay there, so you had to go start on the menu to actually clear that, so that's what I was doing. And now we have Prestige Chipper Jones stepping up. We're in a 1-1 count. We took our time and got that strike on us before swinging. I'm up 3-0. I am juiced right now. I saw a pitch that I thought I could hit, but it was a little low. I was still pretty good on top of it, but we wait. He throws another pitch. And we actually hit this one. I thought it was a pop-up off his bat. Good okay. I was under it. No way was that a home run. But yeah, it was. It was a home run, a solo shot for Prestige Chipper Jones. Once again, I have to clear out the home run box, so I pause after this. But I take the first pitch with Trout. I actually swing the first pitch with Trout on a curveball. That actually looked really good. So I don't blame myself for swinging. I just missed it. But we're up 4-0 now in the top of the first with only one out. So I am so happy at this very moment. I could not believe that in my World Series game I was up 4-0 already. So Trout fouls one off, 0-2 count still. I have to protect. Got to make sure I do not let anything hit the zone. I don't want to strike out looking. That's like my one pet peeve. So there we go. We take one a little bit inside. Fastball, 96 miles per hour from Clark Schmidt. And Mike Trout ends up taking ball 2. And I believe, so far at this point, I wasn't hitting very well with Mike Trout. And we actually swing at one that was a great pitch. But it was rolled over, and his second baseman makes an amazing play. Gets Trout out at first, no problem. Trout winded. Looks like he tugged a sailboat on his back, and he was hustling. I appreciate the hustle, Mike. Thank you. I appreciate it. Nolan Gorman steps up, who was my first baseman at the time. Future star Nolan Gorman for the Cardinals. Very good card. Definitely advise you to get it if you need a first baseman or third baseman. And Nolan Gorman steps up, and we actually swing at the first pitch. It was just beautiful, right down the middle sinker, and we drive it to center field. So that is a single for Nolan Gorman. 2-out single, maybe a little rally. 2-out rally. We're on the 8-hole now. Ryan Sandberg steps up, and we take ball 1. I was just on the moon with the 4-0 lead, and I was getting a little aggressive now. I kind of let the window go out with, hey, let's not take a strike. Let's start hitting. We're feeling confident. So Sandberg rips a single into right field. But now Hal Newhouser, our pitcher, steps up. We don't go anywhere on the wild pitch. I'm not making an out at third or second to end the inning. Hal Newhouser steps up, and I don't hit very well with pitchers. I don't think anyone really does, unless it's Ohtani, McKay, maybe Greinke or Mad Bum. But besides those guys, all pitchers have pretty miserable hitting stats. So Hal on the mound, Hal at the plate, was hoping that I could maybe get a walk. And that's what I was really looking for. We start off 3-0, so I'm taking all the way on these next few pitches. Gets a strike there. Very close. I can't believe he threw a sinker inside. Probably tried to throw it down the middle, but his energy's low because his confidence. But there we go, another fastball up. 3-2 count. We make him throw a lot of pitches. Hal fouls one off. Look at that. It's like a 7-pitch at-bat now. Going on the 8th pitch of the at-bat. And Hal Newhouser just misses, squeaking it through the shortstop hole. He gets the out at second. Good okay. Great PCI. Very good with Hal. He tried, but no luck. So now we head to the bottom of the first. And the reason why I am actually recapping this entire game is because it's not that long. And you'll see in a minute. So Hal, right off the gate, not pitching great with Hal. Changeup misses from the zone. Usually the first inning is my roughest inning in pitching. And I usually give up hits and runs in the first inning. If I can get out of that, I tend to pitch really well. But in this game, I was focused, I was trying to dot, and some of the spots I was missing by a mile. But in the first inning, I usually give myself some leeway. If I give up one run, I'm not mad. If I give up a few hits, I'm not mad. If I can't locate, I'm not mad. The first inning is really the one where I've got to settle down and try my best just to hit my spots. So Hal winds up pitching to Tatis, 1-2 count. Beautiful pitch. That was an amazingly executed slider, I believe. Yeah, slider, 88 mile per hour. Now Juan Soto, I like to pitch him a little bit more away, and it actually creeps more towards the middle of the plate. I did not like that. But then we try to go back into that outside corner, and a good, nice timed up thing. I thought that this was going to be an out, and my guy took a little bit long on the animation. I think that was Pablo at short, and it just was a base hit. So not the greatest start right there. And then we have Gary Sheffield stepping up, which I'm mortified. Buster Posey and Gary Sheffield, when they're up and I have a lefty on the bump, I'm not looking forward to that at all. So Gary steps up, 1-1 count. Throw a decent pitch right there, misses the corner. And Soto's not going anywhere on first. We get another pitch that I thought was good, just misses a little inside. And then we throw a fastball, and on a 3-1 count, he actually swings and pops it up to the right fielder. So we manage to make the play. We throw it in. Gary Sheffield tracks it down. Sandberg throws it to Pablo. And we've got 2 away with Mike Trout up. So Mike Trout steps in with his blue lightning bat, takes a few hacks. And I don't know why he didn't just like click X here. He just kind of let it run. But anyways, he had 93 home runs and 148 RBIs with Trout. So nothing to scoff at in the slightest. But he did have like 300 games under his belt. So Trout, great pitch right there from Hal. Makes him swing. Slider just out of the zone. Then we try the slider again, or changeup. Sorry, changeup. I thought that was a slider. It had a lot of similar movements. So then we go for a pitch on the outside, and he rolls it over to Ryan Sandberg, who makes the putout. Done. Out there at first, and we are going to the top of the second, and this is where the game ends, actually. So Craig Biggio steps up. We've reset the order because we batted around, and we are feeling confident right off the rip. We're not waiting for that one strike. We can hit Clark Schmidt, and we know it. And right out of the gate, again, Biggio leads off with a double. I was impressed. Thank you, Biggio. Great start. Now Pablo Sanchez steps up. He struck out the last at bat, so he's trying to make a little bit of a redemption here. He swings through the sinker, bad PCI on my part. And Pablo Sanchez takes it deep on a perfect fly ball. Cue the music for his home run from backyard baseball. And Pablo Sanchez rounds the bases. My guy hits start. Right here, Mickey Mantle steps up. And he swings at the first pitch. I was once again feeling very confident at this point, up 6-0. No outs, top of the second. Prestige Mickey Mantle, swing away. So that one obviously not swinging at, a little out of the zone, a little bit down. And then Mickey gets a perfect one to square. We get another perfect liner. That goes all the way to the wall. He stops running with his center fielder, and we lose connection with our opponent. You love to see it. We got a little rage quit. He turned his PlayStation off, and we played 2 innings, not even. An inning and 3 at-bats. And we're in World Series. So that was the game right there. Plus 18. We got a 903 rating. and the Legends win in 2 innings, 6-0, 8 hits to 1. We take World Series, and I am ecstatic. So this was the first time that I made World Series since 2017. MLB The Show 17, I was a World Series player. 18 and 19, I was not. And this year, MLB The Show 20, I can thankfully say I am a World Series player again. I've been playing a lot of the show. Not much else to do in quarantine, so I'm enjoying it a lot. I have a really good squad. I'm at prestige level already, so maybe I'll make a little update about that. But this is the first MLB The Show video on my channel. I wanted to share with you all the game that got me into World Series, and there will be a lot more MLB The Show content in the future. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. I would appreciate it greatly. It would show me that you like these videos. Share it around. Show it to your favorite content creators. Maybe they'll retweet it. Also, follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Regicidal. And until the next one, later everyone.